Yes, sir.
Should we wait for public to join? 28 members, sir.
Yes, sir. We can wait for 2 more minutes.
No, whatever you say is wrong. Come on, we'll wait.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Okay, 34 members.
Yes, sir.
Okay, meanwhile, we take up a simple problem. Consider CO2, auntie, oxygen boy, ozone chutney, CFC donkey, water. In this, what are greenhouse gases?
Auntie.
Wait,
Yes,
man, let us look at the options. First option is auntie, boy, and donkey. Second option is auntie, boy, chutney, and donkey. Third boy, auntie, chutney, and donkey. Fourth option, auntie, chutney, donkey, and elephant.
Third option, sir.
Fourth option, sir.
I don't know.
Sir, what is the D option, sir?
Fourth.
C?
CO2, O2, ozone, CFC, chlorofluorocarbons. Water. You have to read the lesson called Environmental Chemistry. From mental chemistry, you get one question for sure.
Sir, option 3, sir.
Today I am going to tell you.
Option 4, sir.
Yes, sir.
Answer is
Yes, sir, option 3.
definitely A is a greenhouse gas.
Auntie, chutney,
Ozone
and
is
donkey, sir.
chlorofluorocarbons are greenhouse gases. Even water vapor can rise the temperature.
Yes.
Sir, today we are doing environmental chemistry, sir.
We are not doing that. We are doing the paper which we have started. This is the IIT mains paper conducted on 8th January, which we started. I am going to conclude it. Your weekend syllabus is organic chemistry of first year complete. This is the last test in organic chemistry. Next week onwards, we will be starting inorganic, starting with 13th and 14th groups.
Yes.
The February 3rd week, 13th and 14th groups, 2 groups at a time I will conduct. Then the February last week is the alkaline earth metals. March first week is the hydrogen and its compounds and periodic table. So with that March first week, we will be completing the revision preparation for IIT mains. Then onwards, you should prepare for your boards. Okay?
Chemical bonding.
Yes.
Okay, chemical bond, one additional test exclusively we put March 15th, maximum.
Okay.
When your board exam starts?
May
Yes,
1st.
sir. May.
So for your board exam, we will give clean 1.5 month time for preparation.
Sir,
If
what is this weekend's portion, sir? Exam portion?
This weekend portion I already said. Should I write?
Yes, sir.
Sir, this is this week last exam on organic chemistry, sir.
But we continue to have organic questions, but exclusive organic last. For this, the reference book is Exemplar Problems in Chemistry. There are 2 chapters. One is the basic organic chemistry and also the hydrocarbons. Only 2 chapters are there in exemplar problems. You want to see those chapters?
Yes, sir.
We will see after class, sir. Now we'll do paper.
Then okay, sir.
My net is dead slow, bloody hell. So why can't you download? I have sent you many times those exemplar problems books.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll download.
Yes, sir.
We will download, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, I don't have here. Yeah, this is exemplar problems only. Exemplar problems. You have to do it completely. It has so many questions, man. When you are doing it, you should do the long answer, short answer, all types of questions. You understand? For
Yes,
example,
sir.
this is a short answer question. Consider structures 1 to 7 and answer the questions 23 to 26. First, you should look at these compounds. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And look at the question number 23. Which of the above compound form pairs of metamers? Can you see which will make pair of metamers?
So,
5 and 6 are pair of metamers.
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Sir,
Identify
7
the
also.
pair
Yes.
of compounds which are functional group isomers. See, functional group isomers means compound number 1 and compound number 5 are functional group isomers. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Like that. Identify the pair of compounds that represent position isomers. Compound 6 and 7 are position isomers.
Okay.
Because in compound 6, the position of alkoxy group is number 1 of propyl group. In compound 7, position of alkoxy group is carbon 2 in the alkoxy group of propane. Also, you can see compound 1 and 2 are position isomers, 1 butanol and 2 butanol. Can you see it clearly?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
We can see.
So like that, look at the at random I am taking. Look at this question number 32. Which of the following selected chain is correct to name the given compound according to IUPAC? See, take this compound. This is a carboxylic acid having just 4 carbons in the chain. This is a carboxylic acid having 7 carbons but not having COOH. It is a carboxylic acid having 5 carbons, but it does not have OH in the main functional group. It is a carboxylic acid having 6 carbons, but not having OH in the main chain. Which is the correct choice, sir?
6 carbon chain structure is
A
correct.
stupid fellow, brainless fellow, idiot fellow. If it has 2 functional groups, your main chain should include all the important functional groups.
Yes.
So definitely you
Sir,
should take only 4
principal
carbons
functional-
because that include 2 functional groups. So you should
4
definitely
carbon
name
chain.
it as 2-methyl butyl 4-hydroxy butanoic acid. You should know that the longest chain rule is important as long as it has only 1 functional group. If you have more than 1 functional group, you should ignore the longest chain rule. You should see to it that your main chain includes as many functional groups as possible. That is answer to question number 32. You
Yes.
don't know. You will go to the end of the lesson and see the answer to 32. Where is 32?
Sir.
Hello?
Sir.
Before this one, sir.
Sir.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
Okay, sir.
(32) The 4 carbon chain, select the chain should have maximum number of functional groups. That is the message.
Yes, sir.
These are the questions that they have questions and beautiful, very precise answers. If you master this book along with NCERT, your IIT G main will be a cakewalk. Okay, but unfortunately, it has 1 or 2 small printers devils in the objective type questions. If you have any doubt, you should ask them. Otherwise, for short answer questions, for long answer questions, the answers are very clear and precise. So when you are preparing these books, you should prepare even the long answer questions because you are preparing for board also. You understand? Hello?
Understood,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So these two books you should do thoroughly. One is NCERT, one is this book. Now, that part I cleared. Now, what we are talking? What we are talking, sir?
Sir,
Actually, I was talking to you something back about what?
Sir, that
Greenhouse
greenhouse
gas.
gas.
Huh?
Greenhouse
what are,
gas.
yeah. That is a question that appeared in 2008, January 8th paper, 2020. Now, I want to cover the questions that appeared in that paper as far as first year syllabus is concerned. Okay, next. Next question from your syllabus is, what happens when gypsum, I'll use it now, gypsum, heated at 393 K gives X. What is X?
Dead burnt plaster.
Stupid fellow.
the
It
calcium
is
sulfate.
heated at 120 K means you get just CaSO4 of H2O, which is called a plaster of Paris.
Plaster of Paris.
Notice, if you are heating beyond 200 degrees, that is greater than 473 K, then you get a dead bond plaster. At 393 K, that is at 120 degrees centigrade, you get only POP, which is used to set fractured bones or make idols.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
this is one question that came in that exam. And another question is, the vapor pressure of three liquids X, Y, Z against temperature was given. X, Y, Z. Which fellow has weakest intermolecular attractions? Weakest intermolecular attractions. Order. Okay.
Yes.
What is the intermolecular attractions order for three liquids whose vapor pressures were given according to temperature variation in the graph? Again, this question is very, very simple. Let us draw the diagram once again in the next page. 1, 2, 3, X, Y, Z, temperature, vapor pressure. See, you take any temperature here. Let us take this temperature. At this temperature, this gas has this much vapor pressure. This liquid has this much vapor pressure. This liquid has this much vapor pressure. Okay, sir? Now, at a given temperature, which gas has highest vapor pressure, sir?
X.
X, vapor pressure of X is greater than, Y is greater than Z. At a given temperature. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If some liquid is trying to become vapor, means the attractions between molecules are strong or weak.
Sir,
Weak.
Weak. Yes, sir. Weak.
The weaker the molecular interactions between the molecules, the greater is the tendency to become vapor. So intermolecular attractions, X is less than, Y is less than Z. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is the answer. Sir, there is a lesson called States of Matter.
Yes, sir. 50 lesson.
In that chapter, first 4 pages are talking about intermolecular attractions. They can be ion-ion attractions, dipole-dipole attractions, ion-dipole attractions, hydrogen bonds, or London forces. Of all these, ion, dipole are very strong. Dipole are next best. Dipole-induced dipole are next. London forces are very, very weak. Hydrogen gas has molecules with only London forces. And the London forces are so weak, hydrogen is a gas. However, if you cool, hydrogen molecules come close because thermal disturbance will not be there on cooling. As molecules come very close, the London forces start operating. London forces are very badly affected by distance. In fact, the London force is inversely proportional to 6th power of the distance, 10 to the power 6. It means they very quickly die away with the distance. To decrease the distance between the molecules, you should minimize the thermal vibration and bring the molecules close. So hydrogen on cooling at a very low temperature, say at about minus 250 degrees centigrade, it can become liquid. Otherwise, it is a gas. So, in the states of matter lesson, first 4 pages are very important. You can expect one question from it in your IIT mains. Okay, this is a question based on that. Are we clear on this? Hello?
Clear, sir. Clear.
And now I was examining that. You have crazy people, I tell you, very crazy people. This is a combination question from first year and second year. This is RC double bond O NH. Any compound that has RCONH2 is called amide. Do you know that?
Yes, sir. Amide.
In this amide, this nitrogen is linked to a cyclic cyclobutyl derivative. It is having here a nitrogen in the ring. And of course, here you have a hydrogen. Here you have a hydrogen. Here it is linked to sulfur. It is linked to a system like this. Yes, they gave a molecule like this. Of course, this is called penicillin. You know its name, sir?
Yes, sir. We know this name, sir. Do you
Penicillin is used as a
know, antibiotic.
antibiotic. Penicillin was very, very valuable in 1940s. When Mahatma Gandhi had a fever, he was taken to New York to give a dose of penicillin injection, you know. Nowadays, penicillin is so cheap that for 2 rupees you get the injection. Anyway, in this penicillin structure, the question is, how many chiral carbons are there? Do you know what is a chiral carbon?
Yes, sir.
Carbon attached
to
to
4
four
groups.
different
4 different groups.
How many chiral carbons are there? I gave a rule. When a carbon is sp2 hybridized, whenever it is making a double bond, it can't be chiral. Chiral carbon is sp3 hybridized tetrahedral. And moreover, it must be that which is locked to 4 different groups. So this is not chiral. This is not chiral. This is not chiral. This carbon cannot be chiral because it is locked to 2 identical methyl groups. It is not. It is not. It is not. It is not. Now, can it be chiral carbon? Let us use this color. Can it be chiral?
Yes, sir. Because
Yes.
4 different groups.
Can it be
Yes,
chiral?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No. Can it be chiral?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it has how many chiral carbons?
3 chiral.
3 chiral carbons, sir.
Congratulations. This is a IITG question. Is it difficult or easy?
Sir, tell again, sir.
Easy.
Easy, sir. Easy, sir. Easy.
But really this question they gave in such a way that they did not give structure. They said in penicillin, how many chiral carbons are there? That is the question. Now you should remember the structure of penicillin. It is there in second year portion, antibiotics. Most of the students don't bother to remember because there are so many such molecules, they feel lazy to practice their structures. Therefore, this question is gone. This is 2020. 2019, they are asked a molecule like this, chloramphenicol.
Yes, sir. C2OH. H. NH, C double bond. C double bond, NH. Yes, so CH3.
They gave this molecule and asked how many chiral carbons it has. This is chloramphenicol, another very powerful antibiotic used to treat meningitis, brain fever, cholera, typhoid, etc. It has just 2 chiral carbons.
Yes.
Even in that case, they did not give the structure of chloramphenicol. These structures are there in second year, you need to practice. In textbook, every bit you have to study, otherwise you will be in trouble. Sir, I did not read that part, that table I did not read. Means, okay, what can I do? See, problem is first you have to read the NCERT thoroughly. That's the thing. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Now, we are leaving this point here and going to actually another question I wanted to discuss.
Yes.
What mass of FeSO47H2O needed for 100 kg water to get 10 ppm iron solution? Oh, naughty question. How to solve this problem, sir? From first year syllabus. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. The last question we are discussing, then we go to our exploration of organic. What do you mean by ppm?
Parts per million.
Mass per minute.
So, if you take million parts, if you take 1 million milligrams, 1 million milligrams means 1 kg. In 1 kg, how many milligrams of given substance is to be added? Makes ppm.
Yes.
In order to get ppm, I would say the required ppm here we see. Required ppm is equal to mass of the material required by in kgs total mass of the solution you want to take. That's a shortcut formula. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Here X is in milligrams, my dear. So milligrams of iron required is equal to 100 into 10. That is equal to 1000 milligrams. So you need to take 1 gram of iron. Are we very clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please again, sir.
I don't know. We are more worried of again. We are not worried of looking at what I am trying to communicate. Sir, okay, let's clear this and let's start again. What is it? What do you mean by ppm, sir?
Parts per million.
Part per million. One question.
Yes.
I have ppm. Can I have ppt? PPT means part per thousand. Can I have that scale?
Yes, sir, we can.
Can I have
We can.
PPT? Part per
Yes,
billion.
sir.
Can I have PPT? Part per thousand, part per million, part per billion, your wish. But anyway, ppm is very common. What is ppm, sir? Part per
Sir, parts per
million.
million.
First of all, I should know 1 kg of anything has 10 to the power 6 milligrams. It means number of milligrams of anything per kg implies part per million. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Any
sir.
confusion?
No confusion, sir.
In a girls' hostel, there are 100 girls. Now, some boys want to make friendship with them. How many boys entered into the campus to make the friendship? 2 boys entered. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, what fraction of girls can have girlfriends, boyfriends?
Sir, 2/100.
That's what? Part per
Which one?
million. So, you want to take 1 million part of water. In that million parts of water, how many milligrams of salt you add? Because 1 kg means 1 million milligrams. In that million milligrams, how many milligrams of salt you have added? If you have added 1 milligram of a salt in 1 kg, it means actually you have added 1 milligram out of 10 to the power 6 milligrams of water. Hence it is called part per million. Can you see it really?
Yes, sir.
It's difficult.
Sir,
1 girls' hostel is there. 2 boys are there. So what fraction of girls are getting boyfriends?
2/100.
100.
Sir, you should not see 1 girls' hostel. You should see 100 girls in them. Mind you.
Sure.
Whenever I am saying 1 girls' hostel, you should not look at 1. Here, 1 girls' hostel means how many girls are there?
100. 100.
100.
Suppose in another situation, in another girls' hostel, there are 1,000 girls. And there 10 boys entered. So in that 1 girls' hostel, what fraction of girls are getting boyfriends?
10/1000.
10/1000.
It means
1/100.
can you see?
Yes, sir, we can see, sir.
Sir, this is 0.01. You see, there 10 boys have entered. Here only 2 boys entered. What is the fraction here?
Sir, 1/50.
2/100 means can you see it, sir?
Yes, sir, we can
So,
see.
in which case the concentration of boys is more in a hostel A or hostel B?
Sir, hostel A.
But when you look only at hostel without looking at the number of girls, in hostel A, 2 boys entered. In hostel B, 10 boys entered. If you don't consider the number of girls inside the hostel, if you are looking at the number of boys entering only, you will be tempted to say in hostel B, there are more boys. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, you should look into the detail. You should not look at superficial detail. See, whenever I take 1 kg of water, actually it has 10 to the power 6 milligrams. In that 1 kg, in that 10 to the power 6 milligrams, how many milligrams of salt I added? Makes ppm. So, in a nutshell, ppm is equal to milligrams of salt added
By
by
kilogram.
number of kgs.
Yes, sir.
That makes our life very simple. Because each kg is million milligrams. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Now,
one doubt, sir, one doubt. Sir, number of kg of salt or what we have to look?
First, you will not
Water.
take salt. You will be taking number of kgs of water
Ah,
because you are making solution in water.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Understood, sir.
This is a shortcut formula to work out the ppm scale. Now, my problem is I want to know what mass of FeSO4 is to be taken to get a 10 ppm solution in 100 kg water. X is always in milligrams. Now, X in milligrams is equal to
1000 milligrams.
required ppm into number of kg solution you want to make. That is equal to 1000 milligrams. That is equal to 1 gram. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fe atomic weight is 56. Sulfur atomic weight is 32.
Yes,
4
sir.
oxygens atomic weight is 64. 7 waters means 7 into 18, which is equal to
128.
No,
Sir, 128. 126, sir.
126.
the molecular weight of the FeSO4 7H2O works out to be 8.
278. Sir.
So if I take 278 grams of FeSO4, it implies 56 grams. Yes or no? Hello?
Sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In 278 gram, 56 gram of iron, sir. Yes.
Because in 278 grams, that is molar mass, there is 56 grams of iron. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One molecular weight, 278 grams FeSO4, 7H2O implies 56 grams iron. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, 56 grams iron is equal to 278 grams salt.
Salt. Yes.
1 gram iron, that is what I require, is equal to how much?
278 by 56.
This is the mass of FeSO4 I should take. Can we simplify it, sir?
Yes, sir. We can simplify.
Yes, sir.
How much it is?
1 minute.
4.9, sir.
So I should take 4.9 grams of FeSO4 7H2O in order to make 10 ppm iron solution in 100 kg water. Fine.
Fine, sir.
That's it. That's a question that appeared in the 2008 paper. And I think we have discussed most of these questions from that paper.
Yes.
Yes, number of chiral centers we have done. Which liquid has highest vapor pressure? Okay. Greenhouse gases? Okay. Okay. Which of the following will most readily undergo organ question? Most, or I would say, correct order of dehydrohalogenation reaction. They gave 4 molecules. In these 4 molecules, 1, 2, okay. This is, let me write carefully, Cl, auntie, boy, chutney. This is Cl, sir.
Yes.
This is Cl. Here there is a connection. Cl. In auntie, boy, chutney and donkey, which most readily undergo dehydrohalogenation. The dehydrohalogenation is called elimination reaction, sometimes called E1. E1 means elimination unimolecular. That is, speed of reaction depends only on concentration of one fellow, not on the both fellows. Means you will be reacting auntie with KOH in order to remove HCl. This you remember, I think. Do you remember? Whenever
Yes,
I'm
sir.
heating any alkyl halide with
Mhm.
alcoholic KOH, it loses HCl and you get alkene. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alkene.
Yeah.
Yes.
The speed of the reaction depends only on auntie. It is not worried of KOH. That reaction, which depends only on the concentration of substrate but not on the reagent, is called E1. If that depends on the concentration, speed of the reaction depends on concentration of anti as well as on boy, both on alkyl halide and on base. Substrate and base, both are influencing rate, means it is called E2 mechanism. Anyway, don't worry, we will be seeing that next year. Okay. Now the question is, what is the correct order of dehydrohalogenation reaction of all this? Which is most readily undergoing dehydrohalogenation?
D, sir.
Sir.
What is my basis? How can I decide? If it is undergoing dehydrohalogenation, yes,
Yes. Yes.
I am getting two possibilities. One possibility is this. The other possibility is this.
Yes.
Anti-boy. Which is the major product, sir?
By sides of fruit.
We remember.
Boy, sir.
Very good. You know all this. When the reaction is proceeding by even mechanism in presence of a base, it proceeds in two steps. First step is loss of Cl minus to give carbocation. Yes, sir. Can you see it?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Now, this compound is called 2-chlorobutane. Can you think of its position isomer? Can you think of its position isomer?
Sir, 1-chlorobutane.
Yes, sir. Suppose I take this compound in presence of OH minus in even mechanism, it will give this carbocation.
Yes, sir.
So, I call this carbocation is X, I call it as Y. In X and Y, which carbocation is more stable?
Y.
Why
sir?
is more stable?
Therefore, this 2-chlorobutane reacts faster than 1-chlorobutane. Because in the elimination reaction, first step is the formation of carbocation, and most stable carbocation is more readily formed. Yes or no?
Sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now let us take this scenario. It can give a carbocation like this. If I look at the stability of this carbocation and stability of this carbocation, which carbocation is stable, sir?
First one, sir. Left row.
P.
P.
You want to say P is stable. Why P is stabilizer, sir?
Secondary carbocation.
Secondary carbocation. Because
Okay.
2 methyl groups are donating groups.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. It is probably stable, no doubt. But here, the carbocation plus charge, single bond, double bond. The positive charge is in conjugation with a double bond.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, urgently the pi bond can come here, so that due to resonance, it can have a canonical structure like this.
Sir.
I'm not able to write here. Okay. Now, notice due to resonance, two identical resonance forms, this carbocation known as allyl carbocation is extraordinarily stabilized. Can you see it really?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
We can
Also,
can
let us see. Let us see this. If you have a compound like this, it is called benzyl chloride.
Yes, sir. Benzyl.
Okay. This benzyl chloride, when it is making a carbocation, this carbocation, positive charge, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, extensive conjugation. So it can have many resonance canonical structures like this.
Yes, sir.
The bond is coming here, plus charge has gone here. Now, again it can come here, plus charge will go down. Again, it can come here. Plus charge can go sides. The extensive possibility of resonance makes benzyl carbocation very stable. So wherever a carbocation is stabilized by resonance, it readily forms. Are we very clear about it?
Yes,
Hello?
sir. We are clear.
No,
Clear,
in this case, this is a primary carbocation, not stable. Just don't worry about it. This is a carbocation stabilized by resonance because plus charge, single bond, double bond, extraordinarily stabilized.
Yes,
So
sir.
C must be more reactive. Then D, because D is a secondary carbocation. Can you see that?
Yes, sir. We can see.
Now I have auntie and boy. Auntie is a primary carbocation. Even boy is a primary carbocation. This boy has at least some advantage that this carbocation can have possibly have a hydrogen shift so that the plus charge may come here. Then that will be in resonance. So this type of possibility makes B better than auntie. So the correct order of ease of dehydrohalogenation, C is greater than D, E is greater than B, E is greater than A. Once again, I want to explain. This is Cl. This is Cl. Okay. And this is Cl. And this is Cl. The carbocation formed by it is like this, primary carbocation. The carbocation formed by this is like this. Okay. The
Yes.
carbocation formed by is like this. The carbocation formed by is like this. Now this carbocation is secondary, primary, primary, secondary, secondary. Secondary carbocation is better than primary. The secondary carbocation which is in conjugation with the double bond is so beautiful and this is most stable, so it is more readily formed. After this,
Yes.
secondary carbocation is better. After secondary carbocation, among us these two primary carbocations. The carbocation which has a possibility of hydrogen hydride shift. If the hydride is shifting, there is a chance for this carbon to get plus charge. Once this gets positive charge, it is identically equal to C. Can you see that?
Yes, sir. We can see.
Therefore, obviously the order of reactivity is C greater than D greater than boy greater than auntie. Auntie is worst.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
auntie is worst. Remember that. Thank you. Now,
Yes.
we have completed. Actually, one more question is there in this IITG 2008 that is related more to second year, so we don't touch that. Now, I have one more paper. All of you can download these papers of previous IITG 2020 January session and May session in the internet. You can take up actually the problems in the chapters we covered and you should satisfy that you are able to do them. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, our learning is meaningless. We are bluffing others. We have to do three things, sir. Read NCERT textbook thoroughly. Second thing, do exemplar problems. Third thing, download
IITG.
actual IITG mains papers of 2020, of 2019 and 2018 from net.
Yes, sir.
Look at problems and solutions. And if you are able to get along, you are good. If you have doubts, you should check up with me. First, you should do this. And your teacher dependence should be minimized. The problem is, don't you think that your mother loves you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But when you are a small baby of 6 months, she used to take you onto her shoulders. Now today you go and ask her, come on, mommy, please take me onto your shoulder. What she will do? Tell me tomorrow what she says.
We will slap, sir.
Notice that if you are not allowed to help yourself, if your mother is always taking you onto her shoulders, you will never able to be walk. You should try to walk, you should fall down, you should sustain injuries, you should cry. All this should happen naturally. And after so much suffering, you will be knowing the art of standing, balancing yourself, walking, running, cycling, motor cycling. You will be taking off aeroplane, going into the skies. Your mother can't do that. It means you are becoming a better human being, better person than your mother and father. Why?
Sir, because we sustained many hardships.
Because they helped you to excel. A real help comes only when you are left alone to your struggle. Every time if your mother is coming and putting you on her shoulder, you will never be able to walk. You will be a vegetable. The baby will be crying, no doubt. Perhaps in her language, baby must be scolding mom because she is not taking the child always onto the shoulder. But the mother knows that the child should be allowed to struggle. Without struggle, great things would never happen, my dear. So in the name of love, I can't really cheat you by every bit I am telling, everything I am doing means you will never be able to walk on your own. You have to struggle. Nobody will understand things in the first go. If you look at the YouTube videos, the great YouTube videos, the teacher who is teaching is committing mistakes. Why? Human errors will come. So if you blindly look at the YouTube videos alone, that won't help you. You have to read the NCERT at the first hand. You should do the exemplar problems. You should apply logic. In case doubt, you should check up with me. That's the
Yes.
only way. Okay, sir?
Yes.
So
sir.
you have to follow these four steps, and then of course you will enjoy facing the test. Facing the test is a challenge. One should enjoy it. See, going to examination center is a new situation. A new situation is a threat for unprepared mind. A new situation is a challenge for a mediocre student. A new situation is an opportunity for a positive-minded student who prepared very well. Let the IIT exam be an opportunity to you. Let it not be a threat. Let it not be a challenge. That is possible only when you follow this idea. The idea is first love your mother. Then you can love aunties. Who is mother?
NCERT.
Yeah. And who are aunties?
Exemplar.
Other books.
All other books are all other materials. Okay.
Yes. Sir.
Therefore, I'm not saying not to respect aunties or the ladies who are walking on the streets. Do respect. But first, respect your
Mother.
every day, make it a point. First, you look at your mother in your heart, you say salam, no need to express. See, if you learn the art of respecting your mother, you can see mother in the nature and you can see mother everywhere and you will excel in life. Khuda Hafiz. Today I am closing my lecture with this note. God bless you, my dear children. Tomorrow we revise with organic. Bye-bye for today.